Welcome to Salento With Love. I'm Davide Mengole, and today it's a special day because I'm here with two special people, Don and Mahlon. So rather than you introducing yourself, I'm introducing you.
Thank you.
And thank you very much for being on the channel. Well, before I go on a monologue, what can you say to me?
We are so excited to be here in our new home here in Cutrofiano, and it's been a journey for us. It's been a year journey. We've gone from renting in Puglia to Salento With Love, and we're here in our new home, and
we are almost speechless the way it turned out. It's beautiful. It exceeded our expectation, and we love it.
Thank you. Now, everybody who knows me, or works for me, or knows me, knows how important it is for me. Circles. Circles are extremely important. It was like, the number with no corners. For anyone who knows the creation of numbers, the numbers were created because they had corners. Number 1, 2, 3. 0 is got no corners. It's like you go round and round and round. And we completed the circle with you because I really felt that what I created a few years ago when I started Salento With Love, and then later on, all the other companies that got bolt on created a full circle. So in your case, your journey started with
renting in Puglia. Yes.
So your journey started with coming over and just scouting and seeing really if Salento was the place for you, although you were here on holiday probably the year before. Yes. And so you rented the property, and then while you were here, you thought, yes, this is the place. And so how did Salento With Love came into your life?
So initially, how it came into our life back in the U.S.?
Yes.
Yeah, so just we were going to move, and we were looking to go to Italy. We just started watching YouTube videos, and we saw, first of all, Salento With Love, started watching those videos, and then renting in Puglia, and we reached out to you all, and here we are.
Right, we were close to retirement, and we were looking for a place to go, and we knew we didn't want to stay in Maine for the rest of our lives, and so we'd come over here a year before and looked at Italy, and after that trip, we sort of just decided on Italy. Then after contacting you guys, it was...
Interesting. So you rented the property, so nothing to do with Salento With Love. You rented the property through a company that is renting in Puglia, which is also part of our subsidiaries. But while you were renting the property, you, I think, came into contact with the services of Salento With Love, because Salento With Love, being a property management company, you needed somebody to take care of paying your utilities, making sure, first of all, that the utilities were switched in your name. Was that a smooth transition?
Absolutely. I mean, it was seamless. We didn't have to do a thing. Did nothing. Yep. You guys took care of, the company took care of everything. We just set up the account, and bills just got paid. And
that was for a rental property?
Correct.
Very good. But that was almost like your property, because when you rent long term, then you need to take care of the bills.
Yes.
And having somebody that can do that.
It was as seamless with Salento With Love. Everything happened perfectly, seamlessly, and
then you met Anna Maria.
Yes, then we met Anna Maria. So we had a few properties in mind. She had a few things for us, and
the search began.
The search began.
You're right.
And we actually, I think we went to one property here in Cutrofiano with Anna Maria, and we looked at it, and this was the second property we looked at, and
yes,
we were sold.
So you bought the property. Now, where a lot of my clients buy the property, but they're on the other side of the world, you were here, you actually went through the process. So it wasn't remote purchasing, but you were actually here. You chose the property, you saw the property. And who managed your due diligence on the purchasing of this property?
You did.
Okay. Was everything okay?
Yes, everything was perfect. Again, it was seamless. Once we found the property, you had to go to the closing, you took care of the closing.
How was the closing?
It couldn't have been easier. It was easier here than in Maine, I think.
Much easier. It was
Believe it or not.
We went in and signed over a power of attorney.
So although you were physically here, you did a power of attorney. Why did you do that?
We did it. We don't speak Italian. We don't read Italian, and all the things were translated. Anna Maria, worked with the, what do they call it here?
The notary.
The notary.
Right.
To do some translations. We signed that, but then the power of attorney, everything, and you were able to ask the right questions to the seller to make sure everything was good, and it was sweat-free.
Right. You did the due diligence for us. You went down the contract and pointed out any little things that might pop up and translated it for us, and so that we understood it.
Great. You see, a lot of people purchasing, the reason why I was asking a question was a trick question, because even probably a couple of weeks ago, I was actually a power of attorney for the selling party, and the buying party were Americans. They were actually not instructed to do it the way I do it. And so they went through a translator, a title that had to be read in 2 languages, and the whole thing took forever, really. Where with the power of attorney, you actually went through the process very, very smoothly. And obviously that doesn't stop you to have the title translated in your language just for your own information and your own purpose. So
Yeah, I agree, and I think too, like when we were going through that, everything was in Italian. You would, anything that was communicated, you would sort of recap in English, so we knew what was going on throughout the process. But it was fast.
although translating a document today, we know that it takes just a few minutes. So really, do we really need a translator? Do we really need to put ourselves through that? And also the cost, the additional cost. So power of attorney was the process. So who signed on your behalf?
You did.
Oh, I did. Okay. So I'm on your title deeds, just like on the title deed of many, many other properties. So you bought a property, and was it a ready move-in property?
It was ready to
It
move
was ready to
into.
move in, yes.
Was it as beautiful as?
It was not.
It was not.
No, so it was habitable, but there were a few things. Initially, we just thought there were a few things we would do, and
Well, first of all, did you buy one property?
2 apartments
Yes.
initially
Yes.
that we decided to combine. So
Yes.
it was 1 property location, but it was 2 units within it.
Okay. So that you bought 2 properties.
2 plus a little space upstairs.
Or maybe you
and
bought
a-
3
and a
properties.
terrace.
I
Yeah,
hadn't
so
thought of it
it's, so it's
that
kind
way.
of like 3 properties.
No, because you're forgetting the third one.
Yeah.
The ground floor.
Oh yes, the ground floor.
Ah.
Yes.
So on your title deed, you bought 2 properties up here. There were actually 2 properties with 2 electricals, 2 gas. It was all completely separated, where I think the previous owners, they were probably renting a separate unit.
Yes, they were.
Plus you bought the ground floor, which is amazing.
Yes.
Yes.
It is amazing to have.
So you bought 2 properties. So I think one of the first challenges was, because you live here now, was to probably combine the property together, I think. Not from a structural point of view, but from a paperwork point of view.
Paperwork
Correct.
and utilities as well.
Yes.
And utilities.
Because we wanted to live in this space, we didn't want to do a rental. So we, it just made sense to combine everything, right? So we didn't have to deal with 2.
And so you moved in.
We did. We moved in. So the one side was habitable, and we were living on one side and sort of figuring out how we were going to use the space. And waited it was like a week, I think a week maybe, before Davide came over, and we walked through and talked through things, and kind of went from just doing a few things to just knowing the spaces and stuff that you have done, and really talking about it and how we wanted to use the space, and to this big beautiful space that we have here today.
So the process started.
Yes,
So a lot of rubble.
a lot of rubble.
A lot of rubble. So it went from habitable to destruction, really.
It was, but we stayed pretty much through most of the process. We moved out a little while, right, for a few things, but we really wanted to be here. We wanted to experience it and
We
be here
stayed
with
on
the
that
guys.
side in a very small room and upstairs
And
on
then
the
you moved
terrace.
upstairs.
Yes,
And we went back and forth.
it was like camping.
So how was the house transformed? How do you see the house today in comparison to what you purchased?
Completely different.
It's an unbelievable transformation. Just
Yes.
there was an entire wall here,
But it's like,
has been carved out now.
yeah, it's like a cathedral now. I mean, the space has been
And the
opened up.
bathrooms, I mean, because I think, for everyone, the most important parts of a house are bathroom and kitchens.
Yes.
So how would you describe your bathroom and your kitchen today?
Night and day. Night and day.
Night and day, yes.
The half bath was sort of a half bath, but I mean, just completely redone.
It was kind of a ruin.
Yes, it was kind of a ruin. And then the bath that we were using on the other side just completely opened the space, combined. There was a small kitchen there, opened up the walls, just complete transformation. It has star ceilings in the bathroom. Very,
ceiling
very
was a little
well
bit
done.
lower.
Ceiling was, I mean, literally, I'm not a tall guy,
On
but
the half bath, it
I
was.
couldn't even straighten my entire arm out to touch the
it
ceiling.
So you couldn't be singing in the shower.
It was bad.
It was bad.
It was bad.
And all through this process, did you pay an expensive designer to come in and make these decisions or these changes?
We left it to this company called Salento With Love.
Oh, really?
And,
Okay.
And the magic began happening.
And then I know that you've gone and chose your tiles, and so that was also a wonderful experience. Being here, obviously, I stepped out and I've allowed you to do what sometimes for me it's a burden, but doing it to yourself. You've chosen some amazing flooring here in the bathroom. I really do love that rustic, actually rust finish, not rustic, because it's not rustic, but it's got that beautiful rust element, and you've done really well with the fittings.
That was one of our favorite things, I think, picking out our fixtures and our flooring and the other things that sort of made it a home. So we.
But I think you were involved in that as well too. Like we went and we looked, and so we weren't really sure at first what we were looking for, and so
Yeah.
just the guidance on the size of the tile and working with Anna Maria
Finishes
from the company and from Frada, making sure that we had what we needed. So there was a lot of back and forth. So you weren't completely removed from it, right? I think there were a couple of times the first set of tile we sort of made not the right decision, and so you kind of talked to Anna Maria, and we went back and re-looked at things and made sure that we had exactly what we needed.
So you've gone from renting, then scouting for the right property, purchasing it through Salento With Love Real Estate, because I like to say this as well, that Salento With Love Real Estate, it's another one of our company under our umbrella, which is not Salento With Love, because Salento With Love is a property management company and does project management. So then you went through Salento With Love Real Estate and you purchased the property and everything was smooth. And there is me again appearing and signing. And then you went back to Salento With Love, who helped you through the process of refurbishing the entire house.
Yes. Everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
And now we're sitting here.
Top to bottom. Yeah.
We're just waiting for the kitchen countertop, because the kitchen was installed yesterday. A local company installed the kitchen. Now you're waiting for the countertop, which you would like to do for probably marble or granite, wherever it is.
Yes.
But apart from that, I think this is...
It's stunning. Like we can't believe it. Like we get up every morning, we come over and pinch ourselves, and we're like, we have a little sort of running joke, and we get up and we're like, we woke up in Italy again. We woke up in Salento again, but now we come over here and we're like.
But do you remember also the conversation about we don't want a kitchen down here because we're always going to be out there? Where do you think you're going to be spending majority of your time now?
Right here.
And now talking about paperwork before we wrap it up. Now, how does it look now from a paperwork, urbanistic, cadastral point of view, the property, compared to what it was before? Two houses, separate.
Oh yeah, everything has been combined. It's all on one property. Everything's clean. There are nothing questionable. It's all ready to go. So if we wanted to sell, which we never will sell, but if we ever did, everything's.
Paperwork? Did we even sign any paperwork?
Everything's tidy
Everything just
and
magically
it's all ready
happened.
to go. Right.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, what can I say? Thank you very much. Thank you very much for being part of our journey, our life. Thank you very much for coming into our life and for the support as well that you've been given to Renting in Puglia, Salento With Love Real Estate, and Salento With Love and the future. And also just a little thing, I would say thank you very much for the support that you're offering in the area, because a lot of people that decide to move over here full time, sometimes they fall into the trap of being bored. And it sounds like this is not your case, because you're also part of some local initiative, collecting plastic, collecting rubbish that are left sometimes in places. And so it's wonderful as well when I see your profile on the social media as someone who's contributing to the area, is elevating. We're all going to do our little part. So I did my part bringing you over, and now you're doing your part, and everybody is growing as a result of that. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
So thank you very much. Thank you very much for anyone who watching the channel, and subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below, and welcome to these wonderful people here in Salento. And until the next video comes out, well, do the most important thing. Stay safe wherever you are.